Siberia, a map of exile, a place of frozen silence. But in its vast, empty spaces, something resides. The indigenous shamans call it the mountain silence, a feeling that the land itself is watching you. We know the stories that bleed from this permafrost, Dyatlov Pass, the Hamar Daban Incident, but there are other cases, other files buried under the ice. Today we go to the heart of Siberia, to the world's oldest, deepest lake, to uncover a mystery that science refuses to touch. In 1982, what Soviet military divers found in the crushing black water of Lake Baikal was not a secret, it was a nightmare. Keep the lights on, you are entering the Chronicles. In the center of Siberia lies a geographical marvel, a living entity, Lake Baikal. It is the oldest lake on Earth, a 25 to 30 million year old rift in the planet's crust. It plunges to a depth of over a mile and holds 20% of all the world's unfrozen fresh water. The water is so deep, the ecosystem so isolated, that it is home to thousands of species found nowhere else. For centuries, this place has been sacred to local shamans. They speak of strange lights over the water, of monsters in the deep, and of mysterious disappearances. But in 1982, these legends collided with the cold reality of the Soviet Union. At the height of the Cold War, an elite military divers was sent to Baikal. Their mission, routine training exercises in the frigid, dark water. It was a mission they had performed before, but this time would be different. This time, they would not come back alone. The official reports are silent, but the story that has been pieced together from whispers and leaked accounts is chilling. During a training dive at a depth of 50 meters or 164 feet, the divers saw something impossible in the gloom. 3 humanoid figures, each reportedly close to 10 feet tall, materialized before them. They were described as being dressed in tight-fitting, silvery suits, but inexplicably they wore no scuba gear, no breathing apparatus, a physical impossibility at a depth where the pressure would instantly kill an unprotected human. For a moment, the beings simply observed the divers, then vanished into the abyssal darkness. Shaken, the men surfaced. They reported what they saw to their commanding officer. Their response was not one of caution. It was one of cold, military resolve. A new order was given: return to the depths and capture one. A team of the 7 strongest divers was assembled. Armed with a large net, they descended back to the site of the sighting and waited. When the silvery beings reappeared, the divers moved in to trap one. This is where the mission became a death sentence. As the divers closed in with the net, the creatures allegedly produced a small tube-like device. Suddenly, a powerful, unknown force, some describe it as a sonar wave or a pressure blast, erupted from the device. It knocked the 7 divers unconscious and propelled them violently from the depths to the surface. An uncontrolled, rapid ascent is fatal. The sudden pressure change causes nitrogen to boil out of the bloodstream, a horrifying condition known to divers as the bends. On the shore, there was chaos. The crew scrambled to force the unconscious men into the few available decompression chambers. But according to the legend, there were not enough chambers for all 7 men. 3 of the divers died a painful, agonizing death. The 4 survivors were left permanently disabled. After the incident, a veil of secrecy fell over Lake Baikal. The story claims the KGB intervened, forcing all survivors and witnesses to sign non-disclosure agreements. The official report would list the deaths as a simple training accident. For decades, the tale of the Baikal swimmers was nothing more than a whispered rumor, buried under 3 feet of Siberian permafrost.
So what were these creatures? Extraterrestrials with a USO, an unidentified submerged object, as some researchers claim? Or is there a more rational explanation for what happened in those dark waters? It is critical to note that the entire event is an unverified urban legend. There are no declassified documents, no photographs, and no official records to prove the encounter. The story appears to have originated in the writings of a ufologist known for making false claims. Managers of the local dive base have denied that any such event or any diver deaths ever occurred there. Rational explanations suggest the divers may have misidentified something native to the lake. In the murky, disorienting depths, could they have mistaken the unique Baikal seal, or nerpa, a freshwater seal known for its silvery underside, for something else? Perhaps a training accident did occur. Perhaps a panicked, rapid ascent did cause decompression sickness, and the rest of the story was fabricated to explain a tragedy. One thing is certain: Siberia is a land that keeps its secrets. The terrifying story of the 1982 Baikal Incident remains one of Russia's most enduring modern myths. The truth, whatever it may be, remains lost in the icy depths, leaving us with more questions than answers. This is Siberia Chronicles. Sleep well, if you can.